Don't worry, we are friends.
All right, we are joined by Fisher, who is the co-founder of Babyblon, who just launched Bitcoin staking. So yeah, Fisher, do you want to give us a quick introduction to Babyblon and to yourself and what you were just launching?
Yeah, sure. Hi, everyone. My name is Fisher Yu. I'm the co-founder and CTO of Babyblon. Yeah, at Babyblon, our vision is to scale Bitcoin and share its security with Cosmos. So in yesterday's Cosmoverse, we just launched our MVP of Bitcoin staking, our brand new Bitcoin security sharing protocol. And it turns the Bitcoin asset into a first-class staking asset for Cosmos POS chains.
So maybe already trying to get to the juice of it, like what's the expected yield? Like, is that going to establish a risk-free rate for Bitcoin?
Yes, indeed. You brought up a very good point. So a Bitcoin staking protocol is designed to be almost risk-free. So you can think of it as the equivalence of the ETH staking and the US Treasury bond. So yeah, something in a like single-digit region, yeah, it's to be expected.
I mean, it's historically been very hard to earn any proper yield on Bitcoin. With Bitcoin staking, is there going to be something like liquid staking as well? So can you even compose it with other DeFi protocols where you can boost your Bitcoin yield higher?
Yeah, sure. So the word Bitcoin and staking doesn't seem to be two words like ever being like appear in the same like sentence, right? So all the liquid staking, all the finance derivatives, like all based on like ETH or ETH-like tokens. But Bitcoin itself does not have any sort of staking or yield at all. So we are not talking about any derivatives at the moment. So with our Bitcoin staking protocol, we try to take the 0 to 1, the very first step, to make Bitcoin stakeable. Now you might ask, why Bitcoin does not have staking or yield? This is because Bitcoin is kind of, the network is kind of dumb. It doesn't have any smart contract, so you can't really use Bitcoin asset as a staking asset to properly handle any like staking related like slashing events, right? So the main contribution of Babylon staking, Bitcoin staking protocol is actually make Bitcoin stakeable and slashable for any POS chains. So this is our main innovation, without changing the Bitcoin network nor it require any like bridging or third-party custodian, wrapping or collaterals using other altcoin. No, it's native trustless staking for Bitcoin holders.
Great. So could you maybe, touching on risk, what risks are there that, wanting to stake your Bitcoin introduces?
Yeah. So when we turn Bitcoin into a first-class staking asset, it means the staking risk of Bitcoin is the same as any like standard staking protocol of the native token in a POS chain. So as long as you stake and then you validate the POS chain correctly without attacking it, then your Bitcoin is safe and you can generate yield. Only if you attack the POS chain, you protect, then your Bitcoin can get slashed. Yeah, and our protocol actually has a very nice feature that it actually enables something called partial slashing. Like in the Cosmos ecosystem, when a slashing event happens, it is possible to only like slash 5% of your token instead of 100% of your token. So this is actually a very nice feature that will make people feel much comfortable with doing staking because the maximum loss is only like 5%. So our protocol protects the security of the Bitcoin stakers, so you only get slashed when you do something wrong, and it is possible to only slash just 5% of your Bitcoin.
Could you elaborate a little bit further on where the yield on these Bitcoin specifically comes from? So is it, real yield or organic yield, or is there any incentivization with a Babylon token perhaps one day, or just from a user's perspective, what can users expect there?
Yeah, sure. So the Babylon BTC staking protocol itself, it's a market. It's a marketplace. It creates a two-sided market with only one side of the market is the Bitcoin holders, which supplies the security, and the security is the Bitcoin. And on the other side of the market, it is the POS chains like Cosmos chains, Polygon subchains, or Ethereum layer 2 infrastructures. Yeah. So these chains will consume the Bitcoin security by bringing Bitcoin as their staking asset for their chains. And then as a return, they use their native token as a yield to pay for the Bitcoin holders in the same way as they pay like a staking reward for their native stakers.
So you're going to receive your rewards in their native token, but it's not automatically converted to Bitcoin, the backend, right?
No, so you will directly receive the native tokens of the POS chains as the reward.
Are you considering to use something, like 4chain or whatever in the backend, but you natively swap it to Bitcoin, so yield gets paid out in Bitcoin?
Oh, then that's what we will call like a derivative built on top of the base protocol. So the base protocol is you stake Bitcoin, which means basically you invest in the POS chains you like, then you get the native token. So, but it's like we are talking about a decentralized world. So it's totally possible that people build a financial product on top of it so that they provide like automatic conversion from altcoin to Bitcoin. So yeah, it's totally possible.
Nice. So where's been the demand coming from? Is it mostly from Cosmos chains who want to utilize your base layer, or as you mentioned, ETH layer 2s or Polygon subchains that could theoretically also use your protocol? Where's most of the demand coming from right now?
Yeah. So I would say the demand is mostly come from relatively newer chains instead of based on tech stack like Cosmos SDK ones, Move EM, Move VM, EVM ones. No. So like for new blockchains, okay, they have a relatively small market cap, which means their security level is very low, no matter how much of the native token is staked. Okay, so that means their bootstrapping is quite difficult. With a very low market cap, you can't really convince your users to lock a lot of values to your chain, right? Then how do you boost your initial security level, right? Then borrowing security from Bitcoin, it's then become a very good option for them. And also, as we discussed earlier, Bitcoin holders, they don't expect too much high yield. That means in order to borrow security from Bitcoin, the staking reward you pay for them is actually relatively low. That means you don't have to have a very high inflation to mint a lot of native tokens just to pay for the staking reward. As we all know, high inflation is very bad for any economy, no matter it is in the crypto world or for the real countries, right? So with Bitcoin staking, you can have very high security level at a very low payment, so that you can have low inflation, much healthier economics,
I mean,
and also
essentially you just have to marginally exceed the other best return on your Bitcoin, right?
Yes.
For that given amount of risk.
yes, exactly. Yeah.
I mean, preferably, you also want to have chains that use your protocol that pay out in a token that is actually demanded by users, because, I mean, there's going to be some subjective valuation of the yield as well. I mean,
Yeah.
if it's being received in some, shitcoin, altcoin, some people are probably not going to want to use it, even though the absolute yield might exceed what else they could get on Bitcoin.
Yeah, so it is a two-sided market. So both the supplier and the consumer, they can make the choice.
So what next is planned for Babylon?
Yeah, so we just launched our MVP yesterday, and by the end of this year, we hope to launch our first testnet and continue to grow our ecosystem. And we welcome validators and Cosmos chains, to join us to build the ecosystem together. And hopefully by next summer, we will launch our mainnet.
Ah, very nice.
Yeah.
So, how is Babylon being received in the deeper Bitcoin community? Now, you introducing staking, which a term unheard of for many Bitcoin maxis, is now suddenly entering their ecosystem.
Yeah, that's a very interesting question. The Bitcoin community has very broad spectrum. Yeah, they are extremist and also more progressive Bitcoin maxis. So we have talked to the more open ones. Yeah, they love Bitcoin staking very much. And we also talked to Bitcoin miners, mining pools, and institute Bitcoin holders. Yeah, they literally say, thank you, Babyblon team, for inventing the Bitcoin staking protocol, because we have so many Bitcoins sitting there doing nothing.
Yeah. And now you can actually use also the Bitcoin network for more than just the settlement of the Bitcoin asset.
Yeah,
as a,
exactly.
store of value or as a
Yeah,
means of payment.
exactly. Now Bitcoin will indeed become the security backbone of the entire decentralized world.
So
How good is that?
what's the time frame? I mean, of course, it's a very speculative question, but what's the time frame you have in mind for, Babylon really getting adoption and Bitcoin becoming that security backbone for a large number of, the broader crypto ecosystem?
Yeah, I believe we can do it in about 1 to 2 years. Yeah, because after the halving, there's even higher demand to have be able to create some yield for the bitcoins. So yeah, I think Babylon will take this chance to introduce this brand new concept and do something good for the entire crypto space.
So is there any fee generation or any revenue generation going on for you as a team? And maybe if you want to leak some alpha, are there any thoughts about launching a Babylon token or airdropping it maybe?
Yes, so nothing is decided yet. We are still working on tokenomics because BTC staking is such a big project. It involves many stakeholders. But roughly, I think we will have a Babylon token. Yeah, Babylon token, because Babylon as the platform, we need the governance, and we also need reward, and we will also have treasury. So it makes sense for Babylon to have a utility token here.
And so how do you sustain and finance yourself as a developer team at
Sorry,
Babylon?
question?
How do you finance yourselves as the developers of Babylon?
Sorry, for this question, I'm not sure how to answer you.
Yeah, how do you guys fund yourselves?
You mean funding?
How do you pay your salaries?
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah. I thought you were fine. Okay, so yeah, we raised our seed round funding in January 2022. So financial-wise, we are very well off. We still have a long runway of 1.5 years, and we are actually currently raising our second round using BTC staking protocol. Yeah, and we are closing it right now.
But any plans for consistent fee generation through the Babylon protocol yet?
Yeah, so once we launch the mainnet, so one economic model we are thinking about is that Babylon as the platform, we can take a cut of the reward, yeah, and put it to the Babylon treasury and share it with all the Babylon stakeholders.
Sounds great.
Yeah.
I think we covered a broad range of topics. If people are interested in learning more about Babylon, where can they follow you personally, the Babylon project, and
please.
where can they check out your protocol?
Thank you so much.
Yeah, can you top off, like a website or Twitter handle where people can follow you?
Yeah, so our website is babylonchain.io. Yeah, so from there you can find out our Twitter and also our Bitcoin staking light paper and all sorts of good stuff. We are also looking for ambassadors to join our project. Yeah, so please come talk to us and join us.
Sounds great. Thanks a lot for joining, Fisher, and see you around at Cosmoverse.
Okay, thank you so much.